Have you ever scrolled on your phone and felt guilty for what you felt? Not because of what you saw, but because of what you thought. God, why is he eating and I'm still waiting? And the worst part, you prayed this morning. If you ever question God because somebody looked like they was winning, this the video for you. I don't care how saved you are. I don't care how long you've been in church. This one is going to hit different. We living in a generation where everybody highlight reel is in your face 24/7, 7 days a week. New cars, new trips, new bodies, new vacations. And some of these people you know not living right. That's the tough part. You know what they're doing behind closed doors. Some of them you don't. But the algorithm doesn't show that. The algorithm shows their celebration, never their destruction. And if you're not careful, that comparison will make you question the God that you're serving. Real talk, it almost broke me. Now let me tell you about Marcus, right? Marcus, 34, married, 2 kids, been faithful his whole life. He tithes, he serves, he even shows up for church even when times are hard or was it tough on him and his family. He's not perfect, but he's intentional. Now Marcus have a friend. We'll call him Darius. Darius went left, and everybody in the neighborhood knows it. Darius is in the streets, moving the wrong thing, out here living reckless. No accountability, no God, no code. But Darius just bought a Porsche. Darius just posted a trip to Dubai. And Darius don't look like he has a single care in the world. Marcus is sitting in his car one day after work, behind on a bill, and his AC at the house just went out. He opens Instagram. Guess who we see? Darius. Yes. He see Darius shining. New Porsche, trip to Dubai. He out here looking good. Oh, man. He out here laughing. Living, eating. And you know what Marcus did? One of the fatal things that we all are guilty of doing. He started comparing. He starts to calculate. He starts to add up all of his sacrifices and comparing them to the man that made none. You know what happens when a man of faith starts doing the math? He stops trusting the author and starts trusting the algorithm. Marcus started pulling back. Skip one Bible study. Then he skipped it twice. His wife started to know that he's distant. His prayer life starts to dry up. He's scrolling more and praying less. He haven't even realized that the comparison trap has caught him, and he don't even know it. 6 months later, Marcus is a different man. He hasn't walked away from God, but he's walking with a limp. He made a business decision based off what he saw Darius doing, not what God told him to do. He cut corners and compromised his integrity. He told himself that it was a strategy, like we always like to lie to ourselves, but we really want to have what the other person is having. But deep down, he was chasing a version of success that really didn't belong to him. And the business flopped. Now he's further behind than before. Further from his wife, further from God, further from himself. Here's what the comparison trap really does. It doesn't just make you jealous. It rewires what you think success should look like. It makes you start building towards their vision and not your own. It makes you start building towards their vision and not the plan that God had for you. And God didn't give you their assignment. Let me take you somewhere real quick. Open Psalm 73 if you got your Bible close. And the writer, Asaph, not ASAP, Asaph. It states right here, I got it right here. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. This is not a struggling believer. This man is assigned to lead the congregation in praise, sitting there watching the ungodly win. He says their bodies are healthy, no struggle, no pain. They mock God openly, And people followed them anyway. That sound familiar? That sound familiar? The stuff that people do? They wilding, doing whatever they want to do. But when we focus on the material thing and we don't really be focusing on God, and since we focus on them, we lose focus on what we should be focused on. And then Asaph said something that should shake every man's faith that's in the room. Did I keep my heart clean for nothing? That sound familiar? That might be you right now because you are doing everything right. You're praying, you're working out, you're eating right, doing right by your family, being faithful to your wife, being a father to your kids. You're looking out for your parents, you're looking out for your friends, your family. You serving at church, you serving in the community, you paying your tithes, you doing everything right. And it seems like, man, I just can't get ahead. And it seems like this other person, Darius, it seems like the Darius of the world is winning. And I'm out here taking all it's like I'm losing. And sometimes when we look at the financial aspect, when we look at the material, when we look at the following, when we look at the likes, the shares, the views that other people have, and we lose focus and don't appreciate what's in our life, then that's when the problem kick in. That's when the issue kick in. That's when the jealousy can arise, when we do not be grateful for what we see in front of us and what we got going on. Even you're looking at this camera. A camera can focus on the main person that is looking at. But if you take the camera and you point the camera towards the image behind them, the camera might have a hard time trying to focus in on the lens and catch the person in front of it because it's trying to catch the image behind. We too busy trying to catch the image behind instead of focusing on God and what he has for our life. And that's when the jealousy kick in. And Asaph says something that changes everything. Until I went into the sanctuary of God and I saw their end. Until I went into the sanctuary of God and I discerned their end. Until he got in the presence of God, he couldn't see things clearly. And that's something that we end up doing, is that we look with these physical eyes, not our spiritual eyes. We end up looking at something or someone and we lose focus on what we should be focusing on. See, social media shows you their chapter 7 when God knows their chapter 22. We don't, but he do. I need to be honest with you. I've been Marcus. Yeah, let me just put it out there on the table. Let me just put me out there. I've been Marcus. It was a season in my life that I thought I was doing everything that God asked me to do. Showing up, sacrificing, staying faithful, even when it cost me something. And I watched people I personally knew, living the opposite of what I was trying to build. Getting the things I prayed for. The platform, the money, the recognition. And I remember sitting there alone one night. I didn't yell at God. I did something scarier. I went quiet because I didn't know how to reconcile with what I believe with what I was seeing. And then that silence, a thought crept in. Maybe your faith is your limitation. I want you to hear me clearly. That thought is a lie from the pit of hell. Yes, it is. But I entertained it. And that's the most dangerous place that a man of faith could be in. Not in doubt, but in silence. Because when you stop talking to God, you start listening to everything else. Social media becomes your Bible. Social media becomes your reference points on how you need to live your life. Everybody else highlight reels becomes the measuring stick for your life. And you start believing that God is not enough. I had to get back into the sanctuary. Not a building, but the actual presence of God. And when I did, the clarity was undeniable. So let me check right here in my notes. Number 1, you're not behind. You are different. Number 1, you're not behind. You're on a different assignment. Stop comparing timelines that God wrote differently. Don't get we get don't get mad when the things not happen on the time frame that you want them to happen, because his timing is different from my timing. Stop looking at everybody else on the time frame when they did it or they got it. It's not the same time frame as yours. Number two, social media is a highlight reel. You don't know what Darius paid to be in Dubai. You don't know what the flex cost him. You're not seeing the full chapter. See, one thing about it is that we don't know exactly what's going on with these people. We are assuming. We don't know if he got over there and he didn't have no money to spend. We don't know if he just got over there and just took some pictures and just stayed in the hotel room. You don't know. You don't even know if he ridden a Porsche. You don't know. You don't know exactly what these people are going through in the background in order to obtain what they are obtaining. But you get upset. But why would you get upset? Because personally, you don't know what they got going. You just see what's what. See, one thing about it is that we get upset because we don't know their business. And when you don't know their business, why get upset with these people and they doing something and you should be focused on your life? Number three, your obedience is not a transaction. You don't serve God to get the car. You serve God because he's God. The moment faith becomes transactional, you're already lost in the plot. That's the thing. Most of us are praying to God just to get something. Most of it be something material or it be financial. We don't sit up here and pray to strengthen our relationship, to strengthen our faith, to be able to teach and reach. No, Lord, please bless me to be able to get this car. Lord, please bless me to get this house. Lord, please bless me to get this job. Please bless me with something material. Not that I can praise you more. I want you to do something for me, not what I can do for you. So once you start trying to make a purchase with God, once you say, I'm going to do this, God, if you do that, once you try to go and you try to check out and you try to do a financial transaction with him and it don't work out in your favor, don't get upset. Don't get upset, because all those things will be extended to you if you do his will. It will. Number four, silence is the enemy. The moment you go quiet with God because you're disappointed, that's when the comparison trap wins. Stay in the conversation even when it's painful, even when it doesn't make sense. Even when it doesn't make sense, because it get tough and we don't want to have that conversation and say, hey, Lord, right now, so-and-so just got a brand new automobile, man. That joker fully loaded. It's clean. Why do I have to ride the same car? Why do I have to keep having the same thing? Why I can't move up? I want something to post on social media too. I want people to be jealous of me too. I want people to be calling me and saying, how you do this? I want people to do that with me too. What my blessing at, Lord? What my stuff at? Soon as you start comparing yourself, you're going to be lost in the sauce. See, one thing that steal your joy more than anything is wanting what somebody else has and you not getting it when you want it. That right there will boil up more jealousy inside of you. You'll start getting mad and hating people that don't even know that you mad at them and don't even know that they hate. It could be hate. It could be a content. It could be just you being the person that you are. But if you continue to let that creep in your heart, it's going to eventually leak into your life, and you probably never get what you was going to get, because bitterness have tainted your heart and the decisions that you're making. Number 5, God didn't promise you their life. He promised you purpose. The wicked may prosper in what you can see, but Asaph saw their end. And the man who builds on sand builds beautifully until the storm comes. Your job isn't to chase what they have. Your job is to be rooted, so rooted in who God called you to be that when the storm comes for them, you're still standing. He's still standing. He's still standing. That's what standing on the faith is. I mean, truly rooted. Your roots are truly rooted by the rivers, right? So, if this hit you, don't scroll past. Don't go to the next video. Drop faith in the comments for me real quick, all right? Just drop a faith down there. Because somebody in the comment section is going through exactly what I'm talking about today. And your comment might be the word that they need. Subscribe if you're new, and we do this every week. Every week. Real talk, real faith, no filter. And before you go, I got one question for you. What's one area in your life right now that the comparison trap has been whispering to you? Where are you trying to compare yourself to? Who are you trying to compare yourself to? You don't have to go into detail. You can just drop it in the comments. Because we don't heal in silence around here. Keep the faith, learn from your failure, and never stop growing. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Until next week, peace.